Good morning. This is Nix. How are you, collective? How are you? Welcome to your Northeast node, and some of us are Southeast. How are we doing this Friday morning? Happy, what is it? So that's Nicolas, that's Jueves, and this is Viernes. Viernes. Yesterday was Jueves. All right. I'm trying to make sure that my Spanish is okay because we're interchangeable depending on where we're going. And for some reason, you walk into some places and they start shooting Spitfire Spanish, and then you have to try to figure it out because they're not going to change it just because you walked in, right? So you have to kind of be on point, especially when you don't want to be taken advantage of. Yet the person still wants you to do business and, trust them. But you also need to believe in yourself and know what people are saying and not be afraid to ask, okay, what is it that you said? Can you translate? But lucky for us, we have phones, we have Google, we have ways to find out what you said. So do your due diligence, especially when you're spending money and you're signing contracts. Slow down long enough to read. That can save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and it can save you a lot of stress if you just slow down and read the contracts. Even if it takes a few days, tell someone, I need time with this. I need to understand. The language is a little confusing. I'd like to take this and give it some time, okay? So, and also be aware of the time limits. Some documentation does come with time limits in which you can to sign it. Some have 30-day limitations, some have 60-day limitations. Some documents even have 90-day limitations. You have to do your due diligence to read on top of. Make sure you're looking at the numbers that are in the contracts. Those are the things you need to write down so that you can revisit them. Write down the numbers and write down the page that the numbers are on the contract so that you can remember the spots that you need to go back and visit, especially pages that have percentages, okay, and fractions. You need to actually see what it's breaking down and how that affects you in the long run. And definitely pay attention to numbers with decimals on it. Those are the numbers you're really going to want to pay attention to. And time limits, 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day time limits. This gives you enough time to find the resources and research the words that you need to research so that you have a better understanding and no one gets the drop on you. Okay? Hey, collective, good morning. Congratulations. Happy birthday. And my condolences to those who might have lost someone. May your days and may your family find comfort, okay? The comfort you deserve. All right. So, what's going on, collective? Seems a few people keep getting caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Did we forget how to make cookies ourselves, or are we just gonna steal everybody else's cookies? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. So it looks like we collective have been paying attention. We have been keeping our head on the swivel, and we're starting to pay attention to the fact that maybe things aren't the same. Maybe we're not in Kansas as we thought we were. We cannot afford to be green in a city slicker situation, okay? So make sure you're paying attention and you're on your P's and Q's. A lot of people like to keep you off guard so you don't be on point. Let me say it again. People will keep you off guard so that you cannot be on point. So pay attention when someone is rushing you, when it seems to be no time at all, but they had time to tell you. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to the people who they try to make you invest in. However, those people aren't invested in you. It's something for someone to come in the room and announce someone that I haven't spoken to, someone that I don't know, or someone who basically doesn't care about me, and they make it a big deal and they make it as though I'm supposed to interact with this conversation. Nope. It's none of my business how they feel. It's none of my business how you feel about them. It's really just not my problem. And a lot of people need to get used to saying that to people because this is how people pull you into things that you don't need to be in. This is how people get you to have conversations that you don't need to have. And later on, you'll find out that you're the only one that was talking and they said nothing mysteriously. So you may want to pay attention to the words that you're using and make sure that you can live with that, okay? Some of the times, which you'll find out if you've ever read my book, that people will draw you into conversations in hopes of cherry picking you for information. It might be for your information or maybe for someone else's. Either way, if the information is pertinent, it depends on the credit that you'll be given or they'll be given during the conversation. So you might want to be mindful of whose names you roll around on your tongue and make sure it's worth it because we are in a culture where people like to litigate. Maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. But we are in this type of culture where it's not a crime to file motions and to give reports, okay? So you want to be sure of what you're doing, especially when you're taking it into the documentation stage. This is definitely where you go into legalities. So make sure you're not just going on hearsay, he say, she say, or whatever they say, okay? Make sure that is a fact. I got a confession. I got a confession. Yep, I got a confession. I don't believe in God. Nope, I don't believe in God. I know God. That's the confession. See, to believe in God would mean that there had to been some disbelief. And truthfully, I searched my heart. I've never not believed in God. I believe in God the same way I believe water is wet. I believe in God the same way I believe the floor is going to be there when I get up in the morning. I believe in God the same way that I believe when I breathe, it might create carbon dioxide. I believe in God. So, since I know these things are there, and I know when I open my eyes, something gave me this ability. I know God. And that's how I feel. And a lot of people won't be able to repeat this because of the simple fact that of the things they do. So, for a person who knows God, they know that they shouldn't do things, whether nobody and someone is looking or not. Even when it's all in the dark, they trust that God knows. So, I can't really say that I believe in God because that would require some kind of disbelief at some point in time. And that never occurred for me. I don't know about you, but I'm going to speak for me. I know God. I know thyself. I know enough about myself that I'll never stop learning and not knowing. Okay? So, know thyself, and to know thyself is to know God. All right? So that's why I said what I said. I know people they clutched their pearls when I first said what I said. They're like, "What? Hold up, this is confusing." I didn't mean to confuse you because God does not confuse. But I wanted to make a fact. The fact of the matter is, how can you say you love and you know God and do the things that you do? That is a valid question. Don't answer here. Answer for yourself. I am not the one. So let's get on to it. I have Psalms 49 and I also have Psalm 76. Okay, so if you're not thick in the skin, if you like to be the one to deliver the blows, I don't think this is for you because some people get triggered, especially when it comes to correction. But the thing about it is, everybody needs correction, especially me. When I got corrected, of course I didn't like it, but it had to be done. Everybody needs some straightening, right? Let me get my head dressed. I wasn't as fast as the sound, but the sound was pretty cool. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So, Hello, collective. What have you figured out? I've been figuring out so much. All I had to do was open my eyes, and that's all you pretty much have to do for the most part. Not unless you get different kinds of clairs. Sometimes it comes in smells. You might find a smell coming past you, and then a person just appears. They walk up or they walk by, and you can associate that smell with that person, and it's wild. It's like I smelt it coming. I knew it. I could feel it. And it's good when you have a sweet smell. But what about when you get those sour smells? You have to pay attention. Sometimes it's the person's news. Sometimes it's the person's spirit. Sometimes it's the person's aura. Sometimes the smell is actually telling you what a person did. But you have to pay attention and try to be unbiased, right? Right. Okay. So let's go on with Psalms 49 and then we're going to go to Psalms 76. They are short ones, but they carry a lot of weight. All right, let's get corrected. 49. Hear this, all ye people, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor, together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. I will incline mine ear to a parable. I will open my dark saying upon the harp. Wherefore should I fear in the days of evil, when the iniquity of my heel shall compass me about? They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever. That he should still live forever and not see corruption. For he seeth that wise men die, likewise the fool and the brutish person perish and leave their wealth to others. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, men being in honor abideth not, he is like the beasts that perish. This their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their saying, Selah. Like sheep they are laid in the grave, death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning. And their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, he shall receive me, Selah. Be not thou afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away, and his glory shall not descend after him. Though while he lived, he blessed his soul, and men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers that shall never see light. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. Amen. Selah, so be it. Not, but I know a guy. I know somebody who used to date a Augusta-looking pimp named Barry. And what was so funny about Barry, he never wore less than a four-piece suit, and he used to run around with the wildest chick. I wonder how his wife felt about that. Eesh. Anyway, on to 76. Who is this person who keeps talking to me like I know them? In Judah is God known. His name is great is in Israel. Somebody's messing with the chakaracas. The chakaracas. I must be in a great space. Okay, good. Take my time. In Judah is God known. His name is great in Israel. In Salem also is his tabernacle, and his dwelling place in Zion. There brake he the arrows of the bow, the shield and the sword and the battle, Selah. Thou art more glorious and excellent than the mountains of prey. The stone-hearted are spoiled. They have slept their sleep, and none of the men of might have found their hands. At thy rebuke, O God of Jacob, both the chariot and horse are cast into a dead sleep. Thou, even thou, art to be feared, and who may stand in thy sight when once thou art angry? Thou didst cause judgment to be heard from heaven. The earth feared and was still. When God arose to judgment to save all the meek of the earth, Selah, surely the wrath of man shall praise thee. The remainder of wrath shalt thou restrain. Vow and pay unto the Lord your God. Let all that be round about him bring presents unto him that ought to be feared. He shall cut off the spirit of princes. He is terrible to the kings of the earth. Selah, so be it. So let it be. Good morning. Hi, this is Nixie Pooh. How are you? What's going on today? It was something I have written down. It was something about something special. Something about being special. If you're so special, go and be free. If you're so special, 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 then you're special than me. If you're so special, 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 you should go and be free. Toodaloo. Special, then you're special than me. Toodaloo. You're special, you're more special than me. If you're so special, special. You're special, then you're special than me. If you're so special, special. You're so special, then you go and be free. Toodaloo. You're special, more special than me. Toodaloo. You're special, more special than me. If you're so special, baby, go and be free because you more special than me. Yes, indeed. So I get someone is a hothead, even to the point of melting, melting. Oh my God, melting. Are you such a hothead that your head is melting? Please don't have an aneurysm at my expense. See, sometimes those types of things are triggered by personality disorders and the overridden unsuccessful delusion. See, sometimes people get so caught up in their feelings that they end up butthurt. And what happens is their head ends up hurting literally very, very bad because they are not getting the outcome that they wanted. And sometimes it can result in bouts of very, very high blood pressure. So be mindful of your health when you're getting upset. Your days might be extended by forgiving someone. Your days may even be extended by forgiving yourself. Sometimes you need to admit, atone, and release some things because it can cause illnesses within your body. All right? So be mindful, your days might be extended by giving yourself and your nervous system a bit of mercy, okay? Our bodies are not meant to withstand so much trauma, so much, okay? Because we are what? Fragile beings? You have to pay attention. Most of the time, you only get one body. You understand? Not unless you've on the list at the dark web, but you only get one body and you have to take care of it. Do not take anything for granted. And even those who are on the list for transplants, they have to understand those body parts are a blessing, yes, but you weren't born with them and your body has to accept it as well. So never take anything for granted, even your proposed second chances, okay? The things that you have to finagle is exactly that. You have to finagle them. They weren't given to you organic. So don't worry about it as much as you should your organic self. If you could take care of the first body that you get, you won't even really have to worry about a second one. Now, will you? All right, let's get into the tarot and let's see what drops on us, right? Let's get it. I am drinking a oat milk latte this morning. I'm trying to not drink as much coffee, especially since I had dark roast yesterday. Dark roast. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about the oat milk, but it's something. It's something. And I've got the pumpkin out, the pink pumpkin. So, Cinderella, what's going on? Are you on the run? What's going on? I love sounds. Mm. Bop it, twist it, roll it, spin it. Bop it, twist it, roll it, spin it. Anybody remember those toys? Great for coordination, great for kids. Great to see if someone is actually comprehending and listening and taking the time to respond and not go into action. Those types of toys, like Simon Says, the Bop Its, those types of toys that say response and come back. What there was another one besides Simon. There was Bop It. There was another toy that did come out that was something like that. And you looked for response. You looked at the register and you looked at the response and you looked at the action. And in the time, it kind of sped up and things of that nature. And it was good training. It still is good training. Maybe we should go back to playing these types of games again because I think we've gotten too far into the computer. It's not really doing the thing that we needed these things to do. It's overriding some things and it's causing a lot of laziness where we should have a bit more of action, okay? I'm taking on a lot of roles this morning. I'm mommying, I'm TTing, I'm all sorts of things. I'm even your cousin. Ooh, which made me think, Tina Marie. Portuguese in love, and what you say to me, baby. Portuguese in love. I love the horn, but what's going on with this is I believe Tina Marie did pass away or something about her house. It's something about her house being here in Maryland. They say her house is haunted. Tina Marie, another famous Marie, Marie Singer. Marie Singer was the sewing machine lady. She's someone that my aunt used to work for. Rest in heaven, Aunt Wanda. We still going to figure it out. Your soul is not resting because you want me to figure this out. I am trying to figure this out. I want to know where it went to, especially since everybody started asking weird questions after that whole long coach ride through Delaware. I saw I saw two people that I swear Delaware was in their calves and in their dirty tennis shoes. It was in the dirt. I could see it coming off of them. And yeah, so that leads me to believe that I'm getting closer and closer to the source of what happened that that night in the casino in was it Atlantic City? I'm getting closer and closer to that. We were not close for a reason. There was a wedge drawn between us for a reason. It was because of the social niceties. Um, you were loyal, and this is what happens when you become loyal to some family members. You have to remember that some people can use your loyalty against you. They can use your strong personality, your strong advocacy. They can use your strength against you and call you weak because of the simple fact you are weak for them. And you have to understand when your heart is somewhere too long, a person can wear you out. You can be the strong person in a relationship. The thing about it is, a person that is weak, that needs you to exist and to actualize themselves, they will mistake your strength for theirs. And they will call you weak for being weak for them when you were undoubtedly the strength. And you have to be careful with having undying loyalty to people who only have loyalty to themselves. And they only seem to have loyalty to their feelings and tears when it comes to reciprocation. They can only give you what they got at the time. They've got too much going on. They're so overwhelmed, but can you hear me out? Um, no, I don't have it this week, but I'm going to need your support. I'm going to need to occupy your space. I'm going to need your time. I'm going to need your consideration. You understand? I'm going to need your resources. I am going to need your name. I'm going to need to use your name when I enter rooms. I'm going to need your presence when I enter rooms. So you have to understand when a person is basically saying that, yeah, you may be strong everywhere else, but I am your weakness. Be careful of people who speak like that, who talk like that, who act like that. They look at you and they say, you are strong. Yes, sure. But I come to show you that I make you weak. I come to show you how weak you are for me. I'm going to show you how that strong heart that you have is nothing compared to what I can do to it. Be very, very vigilant with your heart, your feelings, and that never ending, priceless resource that is your heart and your soul and your mind. Be very, very careful because some people, yes, you might have started off very, very great, very nice, very amicable. But the problem is when you have people who have not been great or have been valued all their life, they will seek other sources. And sometimes it is you and your strong self. And they take you on as a challenge, even though you came as a resource, even though you came as support. They will pervert everything you do and turn it into a war, a non ending tug of war. Be careful of the friend or the roommate. Be careful of the family member that watches you grow beyond what they can comprehend and they see your strength and they want to derail it because your strength makes them look weak. And it's not that it's any truth to it, it's just in the person's perception. You have no idea how many people have been in the better tax bracket, in a better place, but because they don't see you suffering the way that they intended, or they don't see you suffering like other people do, they have to draw it out. And some people actually want to see it. They will put things in place to see you suffer because they told themselves, I bet you this person isn't that great without this and that. But the same person will not be able to withstand without the devices that they have, without the comfort that they have. The same people cannot suffer the way that you do. So be easy, collective. Some people are about to see the tables flip in a way that is unnatural to them. It's because when they were telling everyone that they would weaken you, they forgot that they were also weakening themselves and their resolve. They were also weakening their connection to source. They were also giving themselves bad karma because every action that they took to will you back was an action they took against themselves. And that is how karma works. So you need not take any actions and get your hands dirty because this is what they want you to do. Because as soon as you act out to any abuse, which is reactive abuse, they'll tell them, see, I told you this person wasn't strong. This person was weak. All the while, they were the ones that removed the camel and put straw upon your bare back. They'll never tell anyone that it wasn't you that got your camel repossessed. They hired someone to steal your camel and told everyone you couldn't make it. They'll tell everyone that you were not able to calm your waters when they were the ones standing across the lake, throwing pebbles and skips into it. They won't even say that they even put a piranha in there just to make you wiggle when you try to get a drink. You understand? So don't react not the way that they want you to. Be smart with it. Because there are some people who definitely set traps for you. They set things up. They sent people towards you, hoping that you would take the bait, hoping that you would come up with a disease, hoping that you would make a baby, hoping that you would put yourself in poverty. They were hoping that maybe you stepped in the street and broke your ankle. They were hoping that you didn't take care of you, that you were so busy trying to get back at them or reacting or crying because they don't like you or they don't want you to have things, that you became paralyzed into your own life. They wanted you to let life happen to you. They did not want you to live life. And it is very, very important that you take the reins right now at this time and show them, people, that you can live life like no other. You better live life like it's golden. Alchemize that shit because they're not counting on that. They don't want that to happen. They don't want you to pay attention. They don't want you to check your cookie jar. They don't want you to be able to replenish your cookies. They told everybody that you bought those cookies, but you made them from scratch. They waited until you finished the second batch. And they said, in the night, I'm going to take those cookies and I'm going to sell those cookies and show everybody what an entrepreneur I am. But they don't know that everybody doesn't know that they were selling your recipe. And guess what? They're going to have to wait for you to make a new batch. So you put a damn lock on that cookie jar. You hear me? You double lock it so that when they come to visit and try to siphon off of your recipe, they got to go learn one for themselves. And may they try, and try again. All right, that's your advice, collective. Let's get on to the tarot. So far, so good. We're starting in Libra. 2 blind decisions, difficult, weighing options, avoidance, and deadlock. Here we go. Then we've got this 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. What are you going to get? Good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, unpredictable. Yeah, you're unpredictable. Yeah, that's Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, talented guy, talented guy. You know what he played in that was very, very funny? And I think I have that type of range in me. Who cloned Tyrone? Very, very good. Talks about a habitual line stepper in a hole that really wasn't a hole at all. She was a very smart. It's just that if you caught her at a certain time doing certain things, it looked as though she was out there. However, she wasn't really out there. She was curious, very curious, in finding a way, an unorthodox way, but she was finding her way nonetheless. And it's curious how that sort of stress, that sort of trial and tribulation put her on the right path. She started, Jane Austen, she started talking about her favorite detective novels. Isn't God great? Sometimes you have to be a detective when you see things going wrong, when it's something strange and it don't look good. Who you going to call? Yourself. Sometimes you have to do your own research when you start to see things going a little awry, and you have to dig deeper. Sometimes it's beyond the surface. And a lot of times going within can help you get the hell out. All right, so Libra is our first sign that we're going to start in, which means we're going to end in Virgo. All right, 3883 is what I see. 11 is a great number. Intuitively me. How are you? I am the gem that I say I am. Multifaceted. No, I'm not clear as a diamond because diamonds just come from plain old rocks. I would have to be more pressurized, more like an emerald, more like a sapphire, more like a ruby. Yeah, more like a lapis lazuli, even. Definitely give me some character, a bit of character. All right, so we've got 5 and 1. 5 1, 5 1. Someone's short, someone's 51. 5150, that's someone going crazy. I said something about someone's wig is melting. Not literally. I'm talking about their head. I'm melting. Someone's having their heated expressions, heated thoughts, someone's steaming, upset, something like that. Okay, so we've got this competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, and tension. That's in Libra. Libra is supposed to be justice. Libra is supposed to be decision. Libra is also a sign that is in September, October. Yeah, Yes, September, October. So Libra is September, October. That's the last end of September. The first part of September is Virgo, which is the last part of August. That is Virgo. So Virgo, Leo. So in September, that's Virgo, Libra, and in October, that's Libra, Scorpio. So, oh boy, and we have Scorpio and Sagittarius on this last card. So bear with me while I'm trying to figure this one out because Leo is also in August, which is the top of Virgo. So we have this 5 here. So take what resonates. That's all in there. So this is a Libra reading. So we have Libra, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Did I get it? It's Leo, Virgo, Libra. Yeah. Leo, Virgo, Libra. Wow, it's a lot of y'all. Scorpio and Sagittarius. All congruent. All congruently. Somebody's going to run a congruent sentence. Okay. So what was that? Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. 5 years. 5 years. Someone's going to run a 5 years congruent. 5 years competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreement, strife, tension. Be careful who you're fighting with. Some people need someone to fight with so that they can throw you under the bus. Right now, it's the survival of the fittest. Everybody's going to be trying to blame everybody because nobody wants to do the time. Everybody did do the crime, though. Ace of Swords, mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict, surgery. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so King of Wands, natural leader, visionary, entrepreneur, big picture leader, overcoming challenges, mature, career focus. So someone's trying to salvage what career they have. If they know any better, they better choose self because that's who everybody else is going to choose. They're going to be tough. They're going to say they're going to ride and die. They're going to say that we're all together. We're all in this together. But once you guys get into that interview room by yourselves, you're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to see. Everybody's hard when they're in the room together, but you'd be surprised what happens when everybody becomes separate and they realize that they have to depend on self. So, don't go being no hero. Don't go saving nobody who don't need to be saved. All right. Yeah. If there was ever a time to be selfish, it is now. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have, and that's a 5 and a 1, which was 6 altogether, but that's 51, which makes me think of 5150, which means somebody needs to be committed. They might need a short-term or long-term hug jacket, and they need to be kept away from people. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your eyes on your paper. And that was Libra's reading. Excuse me. Club Scorpio, what's going on? How are you? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully you're paying attention to everything going on. Make sure you check your mail. Make sure that it's sealed. For some reason, they have like some of them are so nosy. It's getting really prevalent, and thievery is just here. It's getting really prevalent. Well, they will steam your envelopes open and check what you got in there, and they'll try to put it back because, hey, you become an expert at things over time. Of course, I used to be a good expert at being sneaky too until I realized that I didn't like the karma that came with it, so I stopped, and that's just how it worked out. It wasn't a weaning. It was a okay. I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't like my ass whipped. That's okay. Just put it down. Let's walk away. So now we've got a 10 and a 2, and that's the high priestess just came out. We got a page of cup and a wheel of fortune and the high priestess. And what's no better than the better is me. Okay, we've got a 69 God. You're the 69 God. Somebody's a Cancer. Hello, Cancer. How are you doing? Hopefully, you're not eating up thyself with thy deeds. Okay, make sure you keep your hands clean, not just your mouth. Okay, all right, all right, all right, or the other way around. Who knows? Who knows? Because some people's perspective is different. Some people think that they can speak all filth as long as no one sees what they did. And some people think that they can keep their hands deep in the filth as long as they say clean words. And this is not alignment. This is not alignment. This is hypocrisy at its best. If your mouth is not matching your hands, what are we doing? If your hands are not watching your mouth, what are we doing? I don't care how old you got. Raggedy is raggedy does. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so for this Scorpio reading, we got Page of Cups, we got Wheel of Fortune, we've got the High Priestess, we've got a 10 and a 2, which makes that a 3 altogether from 12. Okay, that's what it is. So we've got creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, happy surprise, dreamer, sensitivity, and new love. That's what's up. And we've got that fish in the cup. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You never eat fish without checking for bones. You always want to make sure you're checking for scales just in case. Have you ever gone to the darn store? You get a piece of fish fillet, you get it, you cook it, and it's nice. Everything was nice about it, but the fact that they didn't get all the scales off, that's because you trusted the store so much. You thought because you paid that extra $2 for that fillet that they gave a damn about you eating the scale. Oh no, oh no. They have employees there that have flaws too. And they're sick of being yelled at by their supervisors, and they're sick of doing everything too. The thing about it is, if you know how to catch a fish, you know how to clean a fish. So, what you need to do, even though you've already gone to the market and it does look good, it's presented quite well, you still need to be versed in fish. You need to check for the scales yourself. You need to clean it yourself. And definitely, it's not real fish if it doesn't have bones. I don't know who needs to hear this. It's not real fish if it doesn't have bones. Someone needs to be checked for authenticity. All right. So now we have the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, predictable. Just because you're on the way up doesn't mean that it will be perfect. You will have people who will come in to try to upset you. The most important time to gain self control is in those moments. Knowing when you should react and when you shouldn't. Knowing when your words will fall on deaf ears or when your words should be, you should be mute. Okay, sometimes you don't need to waste your words. Some people aren't planning on understanding you anyway. Some people want you to talk just so they can look at you like you're dumb, deaf, and blind. Okay, so be aware when somebody just really just wants to make you look like an ass only because they have no other outlet. It just makes them feel great for today. So be careful of being someone else's fidget or relieving someone of boredom that you never meant to entertain. Okay, so make sure of that. So here we have the high priestess, which a lot of us are getting into our highly intuitive, and just because it says priestess doesn't mean that it can't be a high priest. Okay, just know that this person, whether it be a priestess or a priest, is intuition. They have great intuition. They have sacred knowledge, which means that they're not going to always tell you everything that they know, because the most sacred knowledge is knowing when to shut up. So sacred. Oh, so sacred, so priceless. Knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them was one of the best advice songs you could ever get if you were paying attention. Now, for the gamblers, that's what they took it as. They thought it was just, instructions at Texas Hold'em or some type of poker, and which it could be great advice if you are at the card table, but it's even more advice if you've got loan sharks and they can break your legs. I didn't know what that was for, but someone's dealing with that type of people, okay? So, the subconscious divine feminine, yes, divine feminine is located in every balanced masculine because he needs to know how to hold an egg without crushing it, right? He needs to know how to wipe his balls without hurting them, right? And that speaks to the nurturing and feminine in you, knowing how not only just to have it and protect it, okay? We get it. You can fight, you can stab, you can kill, you can cut, you can do all these things, but can you take care of it in the same instance? Now that is balance, knowing that you can destroy something, but choosing to protect, nurture, and care for it, okay? That's the dual in nature. Yes, I eat fish. I can kill a fish. I can catch a fish. Yes. But I can also maintain a goldfish or an Oscar or a little red devil in a fish tank. You see the duality in that? I'm not just doing it just because it humors me. When I kill, I eat. When I nurture, I take care of, I replenish, I retain, I refrain, I recycle, I restore. And that is the cycle of life. You guys never watched Lion King? Okay. All right. So we got trust yourself, sensitivity, purity, and high morals. Okay. So some people are going to try to call you a goody two shoes, or you're phony, or you're a simp, or whatever. You're a plain Jane. I like plain Jane. That's one of my favorite albums by Gucci Man, by the way. And he's by no way innocent. But what I'm saying is, you have to know thyself in order for people not to tear you apart. Because some people who don't know themselves, they just want to rip at things that you, and you'd be surprised at how many things they rip at and they want. They want to display themselves. They want to be able to explain themselves the way you explain yourself. They want to be able to dress themselves the way they dress. They want to be able to articulate the way you articulate, even if you aren't articulate at all. They want to be able to curse with that much punch. They want to be able to anything you do. So you have to be aware of people who just want to trick you out of the spot that you have simply because they are not in it. Okay. So that is for you, Scorpio, and that is with God. That means that you are with God all the time. You are in his counsel, high priest, high priestess. And yes, those gentle nudges. I'm sorry. If you are hearing voices, go and really get help and take the medicine that they did prescribe you. But I'm talking about gentle nudges. You feel the wind, you feel good, you open up your windows, boom, things happen. You don't look at the bus schedule, you just go to the bus on time, boom, it pulls up. Those are the things that let you know that you are in alignment. Timing will align with you, food, the sun, everything will align with your arrival and your departure. Those are the gentle nudges that I'm talking about. I am not talking about you guys that be sitting around talking to your demons all day, talking about, yeah, we gonna hit this lick with the Pooh Shiesty mask on. It's hot. Anyway, so let's get on over to Sagittarius. Shots were fired. I'm so sick of seeing these Pooh Shiesty masks. Do you know it's like 90 degrees? And a guy rolled past me and he waved. I'm so sorry. I'm not waving. It's just like star 69. Did you just star 69? No, star 67 me in real life? Did you just block your identity in real lifetime with the Pooh Shiesty? That's exactly how I'm saying it. Can you stop star 67 in me in real life? Do not wave at me and I cannot see your face. Until I'm able to see the caller ID, which is your damn face, do not wave at me. I am not speaking to a blank. Okay, I'm not speaking to a blank. So, blank man, do not speak to me. Don't wave. You are blank. You just spoke to Freddy Cougar and you ain't know because he had a damn Pooh Shiesty mask on at 90 degrees. Nigga, wasn't you? Didn't they set your ass on fire? You ain't had enough shit. By the way, please be on alert. There are people who want to get close to your kids because they cannot get close to you, and your kids look just like you. People are pedos. Be careful. I don't care if you are 40. If that man is 70, that's pedo-ish. I'm so sorry. And I used to like the older guys, and I like them from afar now because perspective. Yeah. Okay, so Sagittarius, 6 of Cups, 10 of Swords, 15. Jesus Christ. Are we okay? Are we okay? Because someone is not only obsessed, they are going through very, very painful endings. And this is all from this equal give and take. Someone's getting what they gave. 111 on the screen. Someone's getting what they gave, okay? This 6 of Cups usually represents give and take to the universe, but the fact that it's followed by this 10 of Swords with no vultures, meaning like judgment has been had. There are no vultures. There's like no one wants this carcass. It's rotten. Then we've got the. I'm not going to show them too much. I showed you. It's the Devil. That's 15. That's Capricorn. So we got Scorpio, Gemini, and Capricorn out here, and I just scratched both my arms. So someone's getting it. They getting the full reciprocation. Remember, Gemini is the 2 arms, and that's reciprocal. The reason why Gemini is 5, and it is actually the real middle of the year because we were only supposed to have 10 months. We were only supposed to have 10 months. Okay, so Gemini is definitely actually the middle of the year. So reciprocation on the half side. Okay, someone's getting it. They're getting the whole hug from the world, the way they want it, not the way they want it, but the way they want it. Okay. Dang, sucks to be you. Somebody's definitely getting the upside downwards. They're getting living in the past, forgiveness, lacking playfulness, moving forward. They're not doing that. Leaving home, independence. Yikes. So someone can't get over the past. Someone's stuck in the past and they're breaking their own heart because they want to live in the past, or they want to keep harping up the same thing. They're beating a dead horse, which is here. The dead horse is cut up. Salisbury steak, anyone? Anyway, so painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat. Oh, shucks. After 3 days, it's going to start to turn. We're going to RUNNOFT. We're going to run off. All right, so painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, defeat. That's the 10 on this card. Ultimate completion, final manifestation, result of true will, recognition, continuation, realization, endings. So someone is not so happy with the way this is going. They never seen this coming. The Devil, boom. Shadow self, attachment, addiction, restriction, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, toxicity. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot you don't want to be dealing with. Someone's going to have to actually probably have to have a real evaluation or something of that. They need to go lay on someone's couch. They need actual alphabets behind the person's name, and I mean some serious hard alphabets. They may even need to go to anger management, Alcohol Anonymous. They need all of them. They need all of the support groups. They need a rigorous training schedule. This person, I would actually admit to a facility and have them go through at least a short-term facility where they can actually be checked all the way out. Because if this person, I'm telling you, This person is criminal minded, period. But they're off. So there's a possibility that they can either be imprisoned physically or spiritually, chemically. This person may need to be referred to a lot of places. Yeah, because this ain't right. This is somebody's own doing, and what happens is they suck other people into it, and people don't know until it's too late that this person is really cuckoo, cuckoo. Someone has a very bad, maybe it's something real distorted about this person. I'm gonna say that. This is above me, way above me, and I'm not even gonna act like I want to go into this territory. I don't even like being in this person's mind right now, where they at, because it's a weird type of heat coming off of them. It's like radiation. It's like radioactive. Like, have you ever seen those mutant shows where the thing comes out the swamp like glowing and shit? Yeah, it's that type of radiation. It's toxic. Yeah, help. Help. And I'm not laughing at the person. It's just this is the type of situation this person will put you in. You will think it's funny until you're silently making faces to people to say, get me out of here. That type of situation, okay? So, yeah, I don't know if this is more than one person, but there are people that exist in this world that will make you sad that you've ever even said hi to them or even thought that they were going to act like normal people. So yeah, forgive yourself and release them. Do not feel bad for letting them go, for blocking them, for changing your number, for changing your address, for changing everything about yourself so that you can avoid this person, because a person like this, they don't let go of things. Instead of them go get help for themselves, they would rather dump everything toxic that there is on you to the point of criminality. So you just be careful with people that attach to you in such a way, because it can become single white female. It can become fatal attraction, and it does not matter if it's same sex or not. Some people are weird. They don't know how to be friends. They don't know how to be have normal, like, social interactions with people without overshooting, without pressing boundaries, without being very invasive, because they have control issues. And a person who lacks self-control will undoubtedly try their best to control people, places, and things in their environment, and that can get really nasty. So be very careful. This is the Sagittarius reading. Where did we go? Where did we go? We went deep in here. Okay, so there's a Sagittarius that's having deep issues. Maybe it's the sign, maybe it's just the trait. Sun, moon, rising, take what resonate, but somebody definitely has Sagittarius in their chart, and it is a direct shot to the heart. It's like anything out of their control, out of their realm, out of their illusion, out of their sight, it makes them glitch. Okay, glitch. When I say glitch, I mean glitch. All right, so let's add up the numbers. 6 and 10 is 16 plus 15. That is 31, which is 4. So someone definitely needs to go in and deal with their foundation. They are on a very rocky foundation. Yeah, that's they need help. It's going to take a lot to get them back to God. A lot. All right, so let's get out of there. That was heavy. Heavy. There you go, Gucci. I love me some Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, you know, I know what they say about Gucci Mane, and I don't know him personally, but I hope he get through that. All right, so 2 and a 4, and difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, deadlock, rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, retreat, renewal, solitude. We got 24 out here, 24 or 42, whatever this is. Did it start when you were 42 or 24? Something happened. In between those things, this is two Libra. Two Libra signs is out here, which means that it's going to cancel out each other, which means we've made a decision. Someone's made a decision or a decision got made for them. Somebody's got to go sit down. Somebody just got sit down. All right, let's go. All right, we just left out of Sagittarius. Let's go into Capricorn and let's see. So someone's grounded, or they're getting grounded, or they're going to have to sit down. Someone had got, whoa, boy. So Capricorn came right back out here, which is the devil. And boom, then we got the Ten of Swords came back out here, which is crazy because I did do a good shuffle. That's wow. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back just because I want to see something. That last one was 4, and I wasn't trying to do that because 2 cards came out the same, but 1 card came out different, and I don't like when I draw the same cards right back away. But if it says the same thing when we go another, oh shit, so it did. Almost in between. So the Tower hit, and then we've got the Queen of Cups, and then we've got sudden change, upheaval, chaos, reevaluation. No, revelation, not reevaluation. Sorry, I added a lot of stuff there, didn't I? Revelation, disaster, awakening, release, sudden insight, shakes. And it is feminine energy. So there's a lot of distorted feminines out here that are operating in masculine energy. And that shit's off kilter. When you got too many feminine energies operating as mass energy, somebody's going to die. And I do not mean that lightly. That's not even at all. That is not even at all. Okay, so that's the 16, and then we got the Queen of Cups, and we've got Gemini and Cancer. Gemini and Cancer, the only number out here is 16, which makes that a 7, which means the complete tower. So somebody's about to get hemmed up, wrapped up, tied up, and set down. We got the Queen of Cups, compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitively caring. So all of those who are operating in their Queen of Cups, be it masculine or feminine, all you gonna do is go mind your business, drink water, tend to your garden, make sure it grows, and make sure you got some beard oil, or make sure your edges are kind of greased and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna be chilling. You're gonna be staying out of the way because while these people are coming out of a bag, you gonna let them, because they're gonna delete their self. This is self deletion. This is people just falling on their own swords that they've put out, and it's only that they finally got discovered. So it's not for you to do anything right now. Things are in motion. All right, so Capricorn, let's get into it, because that was an in-between message. I don't know why Sagittarius had to hold on, but it's shooting true. That means that's just true messages. That was just confirmation for somebody to know what's going on with the female population right now as it stands when it comes to the men. And what's crazy is there's so many sassy men that they are included in the female population, depending on how they running around with they arching their back and how they looking you up and down before they respond. Because yes, that is the toxic feminine in that man coming up out. That is the unrequited love coming from his mama coming out that man. That is the nasty auntie coming up out that man, and he's just remembering how she used to talk to him and how he always wanted to shit on her, and he low-key became his nasty ass auntie unbeknownst to him. He don't even realize that he act just like every woman he hate. All right, let's keep going. The Star, Aquarius. Then we've got the Magician, the Magi, 1. Then we've got the Pisces, the Intuitive. Someone's disappointed. All right, we're in Capricorn, so we've got the Star, and that is Aquarius, hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. So someone is definitely getting their wits back about themselves. Someone is discovering their mojo. Someone is taking action. Magician, action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. So someone is doing their due diligence to make sure that they're creating things. And now we have this eight, which is the eight of cups: disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, escapism, walking away, leaving behind. So maybe in my collective, there were some things that did disappoint you. People weren't who they said they were. The people that you thought were going to be with you in the long run are the people that you now have to walk away from. Do not fret. Do not be upset. Some things that you felt like were being done to you were actually being done for you. If you would have taken these people with you, they would have robbed you blind, and you would have been just like Shanquilla Robinson. Do you remember that case? She traveled with six friends, and all of them came back alive, and she didn't. She was the successful one. She was the one with growth. She was the one that was caring, sharing, and giving. However, she was the one left unalive. Her friend, who was actually served a warrant, who had a warrant put out in her real name, came across the border, changed her real name, and decided to plead self-defense after beating Shanquilla, and Shaquilla was not even able to defend herself. This is what it looks like when you are around people who do not tell you that they do not like you, but they still have to be around you. They will come for your greatness. They will eat your cake at your party. They will smile with you as you're spending money. But the minute they can't be you, control you, or take from you, you will become useless and invaluable to them. And the same person, remember, that was Shanquilla's actual dorm roommate who she actually went through college with, who sat with her, who knew her habits, who knew things about her, who actually was the one filmed beating her senselessly. And that is the same person who carelessly made an itinerary to go to the hospital and return home and lie to the family and lie to the community and say that that woman was outrageous, to say that she was drunk and she was belligerent when that was not the truth. And this happens in so many different ways. So you have to be very careful with those types of people. People that come and they always call you when you have something to give. They always call you when they need you. But when they're partying and they're okay and everything's cool, you're not even thought of. Stop being there for people who are not there for you. So you are polishing your star. You've got your mojo back. You are manifesting a new team. You're manifesting a new environment, a new place, a new home. Just new furniture, something new, a new life, a new beginning. This is what you're manifesting. You are the star in your life. And this is what you're going to have to do. Sometimes you're going to have to take your cups. Although you probably wanted to share it, because for some of us givers, we feel good when we're able to share with people we love. But this is the problem. Stop sharing with people who do not love you. Stop sharing with people who've not showed you that they love you. Stop sharing with people who tell you that they love you and they show you that they don't. Stop sharing with people who really don't know how you are, who don't ask if you're okay, who don't care if you're okay. They only care if you're okay enough to pick up the phone and respond and be there for them. You're only okay with them as long as you make them look good. Be okay with having your own cup and sharing with yourself. And if you feel good about it, feed the homeless. Feed someone. Give to someone else. Okay? If it makes you feel good to give, then you should give. You shouldn't feel bad for giving. But please don't give to the wrong people, because they will take advantage of you. They will hunt you down like a dog in the street, all because You don't want to share with them something that they would never share with you. Be aware. Write those names down and keep those names away from you. I think I got to schedule a tattoo thing. I got to get a tattoo covered up. Whoa. Anyway, so we got 26, which brings us to 8, which brings us to karma. All right. So don't let anybody tell you that you're going to get bad karma from walking away from a situation where there was no love and there was no reciprocation. It's okay to take your money elsewhere. If the shopkeeper looks at you funny and always tries to make you repeat things when you go to the store, that's not a mistake. This person is undermining you and they're doing it subtly because they suck at their house and they suck in their life. So they're going to try to make you suck for just a moment so that they can retain some power from you. Don't go there. Don't go to that store. Even if you have to walk another 2 blocks to another store, or just wait till you go to a market or somewhere else. Don't keep going places where people keep trying to undermine and disrespect you because they're not so great in their own private lives. They'll never tell you that. They'll never tell you that their kids don't say thank you. They'll never tell you that their wife doesn't give them a kiss. But they'll give you some daggone flack when you go into the store. Huh? What you say? I didn't hear you. Huh? And they'll give you the wrong stuff at the store. You'll be like, well, I said this, this, and that. And they say, oh, well, I didn't hear you. You heard me. You just mad because your wife don't be hearing you. Or your husband don't be hearing you. And this is why it's important for you to be important, more important at home than you are out in these streets. Because there are a lot of people who don't get appreciated at home and they come out in these streets and they try to flex on people. And the streets don't give a damn. The streets don't give a damn. So make sure you are more important at home than you are in these streets. Because these streets don't love you. All right, that was Capricorn. Let's go, Aquarius. I'm in celestial love with an Aquarius. A love from above. A love so curious. I wanted what it was. Love making furious. Reach for the stars above. All right, Aquarius, step up. I'm in celestial love with an Aquarius. A love come from above. A bond so curious. I wondered what it was. Love making furious. Reach for the stars above. Yeah. Groovy, baby. So we've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. Then we've got the 3 of Swords. What's up? What's up? Back up, because it's okay. Warren G? Is that Warren G and Snoop Dogg? What's going on here? All right. Nate Dogg, Warren G, and Snoop Dogg. I don't know why I pulled those 3 out. They just came out. Oh, no, they don't know what you got till it's gone. Oh, they don't know what you got till it's gone. Do-do-do-do-do. 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 That's Janet Jackson and Q-Tip. I like those lyrics. You got to listen to those lyrics. It's about how these two people, they align, but the timing was off. So they didn't really get to, it's like, I guess I'll see you next lifetime, but a little deeper than that. So yeah, that's Janet Jackson and Q-Tip. But I pulled out Warren G, Nate Dogg, and Snoop Dogg. Warren G, Nate, and Snoop. It's a couple men. It's some men that are supposed to be emperors, but they be getting into shit. They be doing stuff. One of them is actually kind of high honored, but he kind of compromised himself by being with the other 2. So there's like some men that's supposed to be of honor, but somebody fugazi. A couple of them fugazi. It's maybe a group of men, maybe more than 3 men, but they like represent 3 different groups of men. Some fugazi, some about that life for real, and some's really supposed to just be home with their woman, but they just too busy trying to be out there validating the guys. But really, they really a good dude, but they can't be a good dude because they don't hang with good dudes. So I don't know what that is. Watch your social circle. Okay, so right now in a Aquarius, we got the Eight of Swords, negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonments, victim mentality, entrapment. So somebody's blaming other people for the situation that they're in right now. That's the victim mentality. You're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup. You can't tell people you grown and then say, "Well, it's your fault." That's stupid. I remember somebody told me that they decided that they wanted to stay up a little later at night doing adult activities, right? So when they overslept the next day, even though they set an alarm, the first thing they did when they woke up was say, "It's your fault," but they had to go to work. I'm so sorry. If you're an adult and you know that you're gonna oversleep and you're not going to wake up when your alarm is set, you can't really blame another adult. I mean, you could say, "Oh yeah, we did," but it's not that other adult's job to go to your job. So, regardless of what, it's your responsibility to wake your butt up and go to your work. So, for a person to, "I'm a man, I'm an adult, I'm a grown woman, and then turn around and say, "It's your fault, I ain't taking care of my business." What are we really doing here? Do you know your social security number is just yours? Do you know self-esteem is just yours? Do you know it's yours? It's yours. Okay, so if you get a job and you don't go to that job, it's not that man's fault. And this is why I was saying that about Chris Brown song, "Bump you back to sleep, girl. F you back to sleep. Don't be shy. Give up, hold on right tight to me, girl. Bump you back to sleep, girl. Don't care about your job. Something that don't care if you asleep. Don't care about your job. Just stay for a little bit so I get more of your love." Something like that. That's not the immediate lyrics, but you know what I'm saying. He's being selfish. But the problem in the matter is, the minute you lose your job, the same guy that said, "I don't care about your job, call out, this and that, I'm gonna do this to you, and I'm gonna put you to sleep," and all that, the same way, he gonna be like, "Well, I ain't tell you to stay here. That was your job. That was your supervisor. I didn't tell you to do that. That's your fault. That was your job." Right. So you can't put those things on other people. The same way when you have a baby, even though the man did skeet up in you, he gonna say, "I ain't tell you have it." Same shit. So I ain't tell you lay down, neither. I didn't tell you pull it out, either. I ain't tell you, you know what I'm saying? So be aware of how that transfers. Can't have a baby if you never let him nut. I'm just saying, don't let it go over your head. Mind tricks. I'm a Jedi. Okay. Foolish. Anyway, so Knight of Pentacles, hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, efficiency, responsibility. So somebody's really trying to hold things together in their head. They trying to keep it together. They don't really want to say nothing. I got 83. I didn't even pay attention to that, to the fact that I got 83 right here. 83, which is an 11. If you add it all together, it's the intuitive number, the master number. Don't worry about the nails. I broke one real bad the other day, and it still kind of stings. So look, just leave me alone. I'll get to it. But yeah. So 3 is heartbreak. So somebody basically, by putting on a front, by choosing to stay blind to the fact that there are some things that they needed to change. There are some people they needed to cut off. There are some habits that should have been let go a long time ago. Somebody has broken their own heart. They've given themselves heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, sorrow, hurt, divorce, loss, depression. So somebody has, "Oops, I did it again. I play with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby, oops, I fell in love. But, you're not that innocent. Oh, baby, baby." Ooh, I'm channeling Britney. "Ooh, baby, baby." You know how that shit went for her. She went cuckoo, cuckoo. cuckoo. And it wasn't on purpose. It's because everybody kept dog whistling her. They kept doing a bunch of stuff, and knowing that she was in the spotlight, they know she couldn't afford to put everything out there. So what did they do? They took advantage of the fact that she had a brand to try to protect. So they kept poking holes at her and showing the things that they could afford to show, but they wasn't showing the things that she couldn't afford to show. And this is how they ended up making her look the way she looked, because she wasn't really able to say it without losing contracts, deals, and money. They were trying to railroad her. That's how it happens when it looks like a star. If you happen to be poor and they try to railroad you, it look a little different. You might end up homeless. You might end up struggling. You might end up in a begging line or two, because you're trying to figure out what the hell happened, because people are trying to use you one way or another, negative or positive. As long as they can get something up off of the fact that they are associated with you, they don't care. Even if you can't make money off of your name. You know how Ike was when he was like, no, I don't even want her to have a name. God damn, you beat me, damn it. You beat me, Ike. I raised your ugly ass kids. Shit, I can't have my name. And that's just how it is. So you gotta be careful. So for this Aquarius, intuitively they knew. Intuitively, it's something like in the back of their mind, they kind of knew that they were doing this, but they couldn't stop because they had validation, they had friends, they thought they had the money that they wanted. But guess what? That money don't keep you warm at night. That money don't get wet. Nope. That money don't get hard. Nope. That money don't bring you nothing from the microwave, and it don't bring you snacks. Nope. So, this is what you traded it in for. You wanted the validation, you wanted the homeboys, you wanted the late night drives with the people that you really don't give a shit about and don't want to see again. You got everything you wanted but what you needed. And that's something for you to take care of. Okay, Aquarius, so we've got the 83, which brings that to 11, and the 11 turns into 2. So balancing polarities is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to learn from this situation and just push off, as in swimming and things of that nature. You're going to have to fly the nest of your own comfort and do some different shit next time. Okay? Because if you did lose the love of your life, or this is unrequited love, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to get the same specimen again. Maybe something different. Can't say if it's better. Not going to say if it's going to be less. What I'm saying is, you're just going to have to brace yourself for a whole nother experience and hope it's the experience that you can appreciate. Because other than that, you did take some good things for granted. So, may God be with you. God bless. All right, let's go, Pisces. We're going to end we're going to hurry up. We're going to end up in Scorpio. Okay, Pisces. I had to talk to you a bit today. All right, so we got the 7 of Swords, we got the 21, the World, and then we've got the Page of Wands. We got Leo, and we've got Jupiter. Jupiter, why is Jupiter? Okay, Jupiter. We got 721. Boy, that came out the other day. That came out as 7221, but it's 721. So anybody lottery, 7221, 721. Play it how you want to. Boy, okay. Challenge, competition, protection, perseverance, defense, maintaining control, completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, arriving, inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, freedom. I like it. I like it. I like it. This is Pisces. This is highly intuitive. This is someone who is definitely gifted, someone who has declared, someone who actually does really sit in the council of the Most High for the most part, because they don't really talk to people, because people don't really have a lot of good things to say or nothing that they really want to hear. Okay, so So somebody is definitely up to the challenge and they are protecting themselves. They are a bit guarded. They're maintaining control, but they're also keeping up appearances. They're still making sure they look good, they smell good, they eat good. They making sure that they show up in the world that they need to show up and that is good. The world needs that. They need to see you be you. Okay, the world embraces you as you embrace yourself. If you cannot embrace yourself, the world will shirk you away. All right. So and then you'll end up in a bunch of people that are insecure just like you, and that's not going to be good because they're going to eat each other up eventually. All right, so then we've got completion. Like I said, the inspiration page of worlds. It's not a lot to say here. Leo, big Leo energy, that's all I got. Leo and Jupiter, which means that yeah, you might be a little weird to some people. You might actually be come off a little eclectic, but people like it. They still like it. They can't help but look at you. They're like, it's just something about how that shit just doesn't match and I like it. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of vibe you got. So 721, which is great. That's 28, which is a 10, and that is wish fulfillment. All you wanted was your mojo back, and you wanted to be able to look at people and be like, yeah, that's what's up. I ain't in lack. That's what's up. All right, so that's a bar. We're going to keep going. I'm Killstar, the 2-bar star. You know what I'm saying? I used to freestyle, but I don't have a car. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want the neighbors to put sugar in my tank. It's all right. Okay, so let's go on over to Aries. We've got the 2 of Cups, and then we've got the King of Swords, and then we've got the 7 of Pentacles, which is great, which is a 27, which would bring that to 9 to a divine, which means that we have to pray. We have to manifest this into our lives. So, unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. So, somebody's going into a connection that's actually going to heal their inner child, and they're going to be able to do all the weird stuff with their friends, and they're both going to go out into the world and not like other people because they have no idea. I love this. This is going to be a man and a woman who gossips to each other about the world. They'll be looking at the world and laughing at it, and the world be looking at them, laughing at them, and it'll be great. The world will be fair because they understand the give and take of the universe. So shout out to those who are actually going to go into one of the funniest relationships ever. They're not only going to be roasting each other, they're going to be roasting the world because they understand that the world is inherently funny and weird. And if you don't laugh at it, you'll be crying all day. And who wants to freaking do that? Right? Okay. So congratulations to this couple. They're going to be funny as hell. You might not think they're funny when you meet them because they might be laughing at you. It all depends. Be easy. All right. So then we've got the King of Swords here. Head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity, authority, boom, boom, boom. I love it. Long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, investment. What is what I said? Not only is this union going to be great, they're going to be able to cut people off that are coming for them, their spouse, and anything else in their house. If you walk past their steps and you look at their steps wrong, they're both going to be like, we ain't tell you look over there anyway. Then they're going to laugh at you because you're a jerk. All right. I love it. They have long-term view. They're going to work hard. They're going to be able to make head over heart decisions. They're going to be able to protect each other as well. I love this for you guys. Congratulations. I ain't no hater. When my time comes, don't say I didn't warn you. Me and my spouse are going to dig so far in your shit. You're going to feel weird because why did you look over here anyway? We were just laughing. We were just laughing. So, all right, on a hope and a prayer, that is alchemy at its best. That is the mojo coming. All right, so congratulations to that relationship. If it is not here, it is on the way. All right, it's coming in the near future. Pay attention. You guys are going to be goofy together, not goofy at each other. Pay attention. All right. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That was Aries that I just did. All right, so now, and Aries seems to be Aries. You want to know why Aries seems to always bring about that reading? I think it's because the couple that has to come together has to be in leadership. They have to be so good about leading themselves that they're able to leave the rest of the world behind. They're not going to be susceptible to other people's suggestive natures, okay? And that's what I'm explaining. All right, so now we have the Taurus here. We have the Taurus. Oh boy, let's go back because come on now. My cards, my cards. It's the energy. Okay. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times. Let's do this. Like that, and like that. It's like this and like this and like that. And it's like this and like that and like that. And like this. Yeah. I don't know why I keep going back to that time frame. Okay, Ace of Swords and then the Emperor right after that. Right after that. And this is the Aries, right? No. This is the Taurus. Or is this the Aries? Sheesh. No, this is the Taurus. Okay, so Ace of Swords, the Emperor, that's why that was Aries, but it's the leading thing. It's the leading thing. So something happened in May. Something happened with the Taurus. Something happened that's a bully. Somebody's trying to take precedence. Okay, Ace of Swords, mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, surgery, sharp mind, new conflict. Okay, then we got the Emperor, respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, practicality. Boy, that was a mouthful. Then we got regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. Okay, so somebody tried to bully a situation, and this is what this came to is a 10. So it's the wish fulfillment is somebody's trying to bully a situation, but somebody's mental clarity is what the situation is. So maybe someone is not trying to, no, hold up. So somebody is getting regret. Somebody has mental clarity of the fact of the matter that somebody tried to take over. Somebody tried to take over, and this is end up in regret. So this is wish fulfillment is that this is being found out. Somebody is being exposed for being a bully and trying to take over everything. Bam, this is what happened. That's what's in Taurus. That's what I got. It's been exposed that somebody tried to take over everything. Somebody tried to be the emperor on everybody. Somebody just tried to run game on everybody. And that's what that is. I'm getting out of there. Wow. Wow. That's what that was. And that came to a 10. And the sign was Aries and Scorpio. So somebody was really, because that's all fire. Somebody was like really trying to burn this whole world down like the Joker in Batman Forever. Dang. Why so serious? I'm saying it facetiously. All right, so Gemini, let's go. All right, ooh, we got an upside down card. I don't do cards that's upside down, so let's figure it out. Gemini, we got greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. Then we got the wish fulfillment card. Then we got wow. So Capricorn, Pisces. We got greediness, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. Then we got divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true. Family, contentment, total love and support. Then we got inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, freedom. Who was being greedy? Greedy, possessiveness, stinginess, overspending, self-protection. So this is what somebody's idea of wish fulfillment is. So somebody wants to love. Somebody's wish fulfillment is to be greedy, possessive, stingy, overspending, and self-protection. Somebody's wants a stingy, selfish love. Somebody wants to, that's their wish fulfillment. And they think that's a power couple. There's a South Node Gemini who is very, very selfish. They have Capricorn and Pisces, and this is what they get. This is what they want. They want something to themselves. They want to be selfish. They want to be possessive, and they think it's cute. They think that's what a power couple is. No, it's not. Let's go over to the North Node because we got to see what that other Gemini want because I'm not even feeling that. The other Gemini, saving money, security, conservation, scarcity, control, frugality. So even though there's control in the North Node and the South Node, it's a different type of control. Somebody just wants to control their environment, and actually their wish fulfillment is all the same. It's just the one card goes from up to down. Okay, so there are two Geminis in this situation. One wants to have a healthy relationship. One wants a selfish relationship. They both appear one and the same, but they are not. These two are different. One of these things are not like the other. Someone needs to use discernment. All Geminis ain't the same, just like every sign is not the same. Just like somebody would say, "Oh, I only like Libras." Well, there's a Libra that you won't like. Oh, I only like Scorpios. Well, there's a Scorpio that you won't like. That sort of thing. So one of these things is not like the other. Be sure to use discernment. Don't assume just because one person says this that it's just the same. So be sure to ask questions. Be sure to be an adult when it comes to situations. Do your due diligence. All right. The number is 14, which means temperance, which is what I just said. Do your due diligence. Everybody not the same. Some people like selfish people. They think the shit is cute until it's not. And some people actually want a good relationship and they don't want to find out at the end that they're actually dating an asshole. Okay? So let's keep it going. All right, let's go, Cancer. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What's up? So we got Cancer. It's going to be hot today, too. All right, Cancer. Queen of Swords. Dang, all yours came out as major arcana. Only one. The Lovers came out, though. So Cancer, you got the Queen of Swords. You got Virgo, Libra, Gemini, and you got Aquarius and Pisces. All the people is out here. The gang's all out here, right? So in Cancer, we have unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. Cancer, we are going into Cancer season. Is coming. Love, harmony, relationships, union, partnership, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, the strength of two together, emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and pathetic. This sounds like a great, great dream. This is 6. So somebody is sowed the seed of the Lovers, and they will reap it. Maybe during Cancer season. Maybe it will be with a Cancer. Remember, all signs are not the same. Everybody is different depending on their circumstances, their raising, and their environment. So don't just go being biased to any one sign. All right, so we got Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and Pisces. And this looks like a pretty good spread. Looks like if this King of Cups messes up, this Queen of Swords will cut him off. So just be sure of where you want to be because everybody's not given second, third, and fourth chances. Sometimes people really only got one chance left in them, especially if they've already had experiences with less than savory characters. So be well, be sure, go forward, have love. Sun, Moon, Rising, take what resonates. This is a Cancer reading. Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces. Go forward with love. That's the 6. All right, so let's go, Leo. Let's go, Leo. And then we got 3 more to go after that, which would be Libra, Virgo, and Scorpio. All right, Leo, let's go. Nyx came straight out. God bless the child that's got his own. Then we've got this third party, which is the Capricorn. Then we've got the Page of Swords. Nyx is just God bless the child that's got his own. Just make sure you got your own. So don't nobody got to feed you or need you. And if they leave, they could go. Just like a tree. All right. So teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation, building something. So somebody wants to collaborate with the child that has its own. Hopefully that person have their own too. So far we only got a 3 here. Page of Swords, new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, restless mental energy. This does not have to be love. This may be a collaboration of just somebody actually wanting to learn. Somebody probably needs a mentor. Somebody probably needs a teach or somebody just wants to learn how to pray, wants to come together and learn how to go forward. Somebody just probably wants to be a good friend. It does not always have to be romantic. It probably can be business. It probably can be platonic, but take what resonates and don't be too thirsty to have somebody in your circle that you missed the signs and the red flags. Okay. All right. So we've got Capricorn here, which is a pretty stoic sign, which means that they're going to pay attention to all of the balances of things. They're going to be crossing T's and they're going to be dotting I's. And like I said, God bless the child that's got his own. Yes, Jesus loves us and the Bible tells us so, but this is a 3 and it's let you know that yes, you can go forward and be cool with people, but don't be afraid to cut nobody off. All right. Be curious enough not to cut off your nose despite your face, because curiosity did kill that cat. All right, there you go. And that was Leo. Try your best. Go with God. Take good counsel and always test the spirit when in doubt. All right, let's go, Virgo. Let's go, Virgo. We're going to round it up. 601, 601. That's like a hospital number. Sinai Healthcare or Northwest Hospital. It's deep on the west side. West side. Yeah, I mentioned Nate Dogg, Warren G, and Snoop Dogg. So West Side could be East, could be West Coast. West Side could be the west side of your town. It could be where your hospitals are, the more prominent hospitals where the rich people go to still get malpractice and die. Same thing. Yeah. Oh boy, why did I say that? I'm so morbid. Okay, so this six came back again, and King of Pentacles, wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, generosity, giving, receiving, sharing wealth, generosity, sharing, caring. Queen of Cups, here's that relationship again. Here we go. All right, so in Virgo, okay, Virgo, we have Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So somebody's actually about to get a real professional like situation going on, whether it be platonic or relationship wise or business. Somebody's actually about to find a somebody who actually is of equal standing. All right, whether it be business or platonic, look, be on the lookout because this can create wealth. This might be a great business partner, or you might actually get something which is something rare, which might be a lover who is a business partner, who is somebody who you can actually grow a enterprise with. You know how T.I. and Tiny, they actually grew a family enterprise where everybody is like valuable. This is a chance like that to happen. So someone actually is going to get an opportunity to become a conglomerate with either business partners or a romantic partner, or it might just start off as friends, something like that. Somebody's actually going to give and take from the universe, and they're actually going to be standing with people who actually they can bump shoulders and elbows with, and they're all going to be business minded and like minded, and they're not going to be trying to snake each other. Why? Because they're all going to know that each other has a lawyer and a goddamn accountant and a contract, because even though you guys can sit and have dinner together, you guys need to be able to go in and have the real conversations, which means, hey, if you don't do this, if you don't take care, if you're not obligated, I will sue your ass. Okay, and it needs to be respected all the way back out to the golf course into the tennis court. And that's how true relationships work. You can trust them in their relationship with their kids, with their business, and with that money. Okay? That's what matters. So this is great. Somebody's going to get this sun moon rising. I would love this. Yeah, I'm going to get it too. All right. Leo, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. That was the Virgo reading. Why are there... It's too early for this shit. I'm hearing ambulances and things of that nature. Like I said, I'm getting sick of hearing the ambulances more than I'm hearing the police. All right, so now we're in Libra, and then we've got one more to go. We're in Libra, and we've got the Two of Cups, then we've got the Chariot, then we've got the Knight of Cups. So something's coming in fast: unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, connection. Someone wants to balance the scales with you. They want to balance out life. They want to balance out what they got going on. They're so tired of being alone. They're so tired of being on their own. They so help me, but won't you please understand? Needing you so easy to me. Hey. Okay, so we got a 27, which is 9. Somebody's praying and a hope and a prayer. Standing on a hope and a prayer. Signed, sealed, delivered, not yours. Hey. I ain't there. Here I am, baby. Not signed, sealed, or delivered, not yours. That's that Amazon package. You thought you was going to sign for it. They stole it. You better track it. All right. So we got the Two of Cups, unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, connection. Then we've got the 7, which is Chariot, which is fast moving. This is coming in fast movement, progress, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, courage. So somebody is starting to put big boy drawers on, put their big girl panties on, and they starting to come into. They starting to realize that, hey, I don't really want to do this alone, and I ain't going to be no chump. I'm just going to be okay with it. If it work out, it don't. If it do, if it do work out, then I'm going to go with it. Somebody starting to realize that they can't be afraid of love. As much as love has treated them bad, they still need to be open to love in order to receive the love. It's not just going to, everybody's not going to come by like Wreck-It Ralph and beat their way into your walls of love, okay? Because other people have gone through things as well. So some people need to become brave when it comes to wanting love, okay? You can't be so quick to want somebody to let you in and you don't let nobody else in, and vice versa. So you got to be careful and be creative, romantic charm. Let's date, let's court again. Let's just stop jumping into people's beds, in their houses, in their cars, in their relationships, in their marriages. Stop jumping in people's kids' faces. Like, you're not even in your own kids' faces. Like, what the fuck? Why is your name Uncle Tom over there? Like, what the hell? You're not an uncle, weirdo. Yeah, so yeah, be creative. Pottery dates, park. Let's throw the frisbee again. Everybody doesn't want to go and eat up 5 pounds of fucking food every time we go on a date. Paddle boating, walking, running, a baking shop, art, a potter, art, paints and sips that don't have anything to do with alcohol, which would inebriate you and make the ugliest person like cute for a couple of hours. Let's not do that again. Yeah, and you got to bite your arm off and leave. Okay, so yeah, so be creative, do something different. Nobody wants to go to the movie 11 times. Nobody wants to eat at the same wing stop the same time. We don't want to stay in the same cities. Um, be careful of budgets. Don't be trying to overdo things right away because you're trying to obligate somebody into giving you some. Be careful of people trying to take you on real elaborate dates too fast because they're trying to hook you in and get you obligated, and you don't want to really necessarily do that. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other end, when you're spending this type of money, don't think that someone is obligated to stay with you because you spent this one great amount of money. Just know that some people are going to ask you, well, they're going to say, well, you did it. I didn't tell you to. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to feel like slapped in the face when that comes out, but you did that. So just be mindful. Don't spend anything that you're going to miss, that you're going to complain about. Don't lend anything that you need back right away. And know what you're going out there for. Talk about it. Some people are honest and some people do not know how to accept honesty, and I learned that the hard way. I'm a hardcore honest person, and I realize that people just live lies, and the moment that I see that look come across their face, I need to just be skedaddling quick, fast, and in a hurry because people are liars. Okay, so yeah. So I just learned how to just tell people crazy shit. It's not that I'm lying, it's just that if I'm testing your spirit. Yeah. So yeah, Knight of Cups, be romantic charm, imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, follow the heart. Don't treat people like you don't want to be treated, and you should be fine. And the minute somebody treats you away or gives you a face that you wouldn't necessarily give them, then that's your sign. Get the fuck up out of there. All right, so that's that, and that was for that was for our Libra. We had 2 Cancers, which meant that there was a lot of intuition. There's a lot of emotion that's going to come about. But remember, keep your head above your heart until you know that your heart is going to be safe, okay? And be creative. And don't eat yourself into a heart attack. And then, a lot of times you don't understand. Sometimes when you guys eat on your first date, that's when you mess it up because you have no ideas the things that you do subconsciously while you're eating. And that could be why you didn't get the call back. Just to let you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so that was that, and that was a 9. So definitely be praying, stay up in your prayers, meditate, do the things that you're supposed to do. Don't get so caught up on being in a relationship that you forget to take care of you and be in a relationship with you, okay? Yeah. If it's coming, it's coming. It's going to be organic. It's going to be wonderful. It's not going to be It's not going to start with a 9 number like at the market. It's just going to be organic. It's not going to come with a sticker. Okay. All right. So last but not least, we got Scorpio, and let's get up out of here. We got the Page of Cups, and then we got the Blind Decision. Then we've got the Hermit here, and that is Scorpio. Page of Cups, creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, happy surprise, dreamer sensitivity, new home. Definitely keep your wits about you as you go forward and have new experiences, but always be curious, ask questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. Difficult decisions, definitely have faith. Have faith. Know that God is with you. Know that you are protected as you go forward. Always say a little prayer, especially when you're going forward and eating and touching things. And be mindful of touching things because people are putting chemicals on things that can temporarily paralyze you, cause you to have speech slurs or something like that, or just make you maybe blind you. And you don't want to come across that because people are really doing their big one when it comes to wanting to steal and jack people and things of that nature. And essay is definitely a thing, and people are willing to put things on your door handles and on your car. They'll put it on money and drop it, and you'll take it and realize, and next thing you know, you can't really function and you're passed out behind the wheel. So just be careful of hand washing, your hand sanitizer, and just touching things that you don't need to be touching. Going around, I hate it when I go in the store and I see somebody just going around touching every damn thing. Stop touching. You don't know what you're transferring, okay? Stop it. Because there's still hantavirus, there's still this COVID thing, there's still MRSA, there's still the little virus with the stomach virus that people get. I forgot what that is. It's something virus, the R virus. But yeah, just be mindful of these germs, okay? They're still out here. I'm not saying go back and put on a stupid mask because that's the same thing as the poo shiesty. It just looks a little bit more professional. You're still star 67 in the high to me. I don't know what your damn smile looks like, or if you're smiling, or if you're sneering at me. You understand? So don't go running back to those masks. You do need to have some kind of buildup of your immune system, and that mask is doing nothing but coddling you, just like you were coddled as a kid or not picked up, whatever, neglect. Anyway, so 9, that's the Hermit. Soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, consciousness. This is all of what I just said. Okay, so now I can go. 2 and a 9, that's an 11. Definitely go within, or you will definitely go without. Remember, don't come for me because somebody sent for you. I love you so much. This has been Nyx, and my coffee got cold. I think I want to make a real cup. Oatmeal.